Sorry, I lost the sound. One moment. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you again. Sorry.
What was the last part you heard?
You said that if you can do any request, then and then you stopped.
Then it would be to we are looking for some connections we're looking for new investors, and we think that family offices will be great for us because they have a more long-term view and also usually have a very high interest for social enterprises and
Impact investment.
Impact investment. So when you have some network, drop it in and I'll explain a bit more about our company.
And is the work that you do only in the Netherlands or also outside?
Only in the Netherlands, yeah.
Okay. So we are reaching out to, so the first request from Wiebe, and again, he was one of the people that sent us many requests in the past, and when we were in the first 67 episodes on Clubhouse a few years ago, 3 years ago. So your company provides jobs for people with disabilities, and you're interested in connecting with family offices that are interested in impact investment or any kind of partnerships to find ways where they can help you to make an even bigger impact and help more people to get jobs, right?
Exactly.
Okay, there should be some people in our network. I have some people that I'm thinking about, but I will not discuss that here. But we can discuss that afterwards for sure. Let me see if there's anybody in the chat that I think could help with this. Netherlands, like so. What we did before, of course, with the connectors was only focus on the Netherlands because we did it in Dutch. Now we do it in English, and we are trying to reach a bigger audience and trying to make connections from all over the world. But of course, I understand that in the beginning we will get a lot of stuff from the Netherlands, which we love. So if there's anybody that hears the request and thinks that they can be of any support, they can. I think they can see your name as well in the chat or somewhere, and they can go directly to your account and and connect you to different people. And if not, then people can of course send me a message, and I can connect them to you. So can you tell me maybe, or can you tell the people that are listening a success story of the Qonnectors era? Is there something that pops to mind when you think back of that time?
I mean, for me, the nicest example was always in relation to Corona, and then there was another lockdown, and one of my businesses is a bakery. We had stock that was supposed to go to restaurants, but of course that didn't happen. And within a few seconds, we raised a few thousand euros to that the Connectors room altogether bought the stock of bread, and we could deliver it to homeless people. So that was very nice. That people that never saw me, never heard about me, just randomly start transferring money in order to connect something together and help other people.
Yeah, that was really cool. I remember that that evening, and it was like a week. You dropped the request one evening, and a few days later everybody came together, and it was done. So that was really cool.
And also what I remind in general, that it's so nice to help people. So I don't remember exact examples, but I also know that I connected some people to other people, and it's so easy just to give a small introduction, a warm introduction. Someone wants help, you can connect it, and then the rest will happen out of itself.
Exactly, and that's why that's why the connectors exist, and that's why we do this. We keep doing this because it's interesting fact. If you ask 100 people in a room, do you like to help others? Then everybody says yes. And if you ask the same group of people who is comfortable asking for help, then like 1 or 2 people say yes, and 98 say like, no, that's not really my thing. So what we're trying to do with Connectors is to bridge that gap. And if people, because everybody has a goal, my belief is that everybody has a goal, something that they're working towards, a next step, but you have to share that with the world in order to get people to support you to achieve those goals. So that's why we ask the questions. We help you to get the ideas out of your head and onto the web in this case. And then there's an opportunity for people to hear and understand what you are looking for. And then they're like, hey, but for me, it's really easy to connect you to this. And for other people, it's easy to connect you to that. And so if we stay connected and if we share what we think, then there's a lot that we can do. I think we can do anything together. But again, that's the big thing that people don't ask for help a lot. That is something that we are trying to bridge with this with these types of shows. So, and again, I think we have sort of proven the success of the concept on Clubhouse a few years ago, and now we're going to see if we can make it bigger and more sticky. Let's say, like, these things first of all will be recorded because there's video. I think it also makes it an interesting and different impact than just voice a few years ago. And I think that with the stories of like people like yourself and companies, organizations, charities, individuals, there are so many interesting things that people would love to listen to, that I know that that we can make this really big and global and help a lot of people by simply connecting them. So let me see if there's any. I'm not getting any responses in the chat here. There's two people that I can see are in YouTube. I'm very curious, people on YouTube, if you can hear the voice of the person that's speaking on the phone, because I chose to go live on the phone and the computer together, so YouTube and Instagram. I've never been live on any of these channels, so it's a complete how do you say that? A very risky exercise just to do this. But please give me any feedback if you can hear me, if you can hear the other voices, if you have any requests. People can also just anonymously chat, so they can send me a message on WhatsApp, and I can deliver that request, let's say, on I can just tell it here without telling your name, and then if people come back to me and if they say, hey, I have a solution for that problem, or I have a connection for that person, then I can okay, everything's working great, thank you. Then I can even in an anonymous way connect people. But the only thing, let me make a quick note, Wiebe, for your request, and then it won't so that it doesn't just go away when you leave the chat, for example. Hey Keegan, welcome. Here, show 68. Wiebe. Family offices in the Netherlands. Did you create like some sort of maybe a one-pager or a deck or something that you could send to them?
Yes, we have. Yeah.
Okay. If you just email that to me whenever you have time at dan@qonnectors.com, then I already shared with some people, but in Netherlands. But then also, if anybody responds, then I can forward that to them and send them that. Cool, Wiebe. Thank you. Any message you want to share with the world now that you're here? We have 12 other people listening, so.
The last thing I would like to share is encourage the other people. Just pop in the conversation. Don't be shy, and see what happens.
Cool. Thank you so much. Now, thanks for joining. Let me see if there's anybody else that is tried to. Oh yeah, here. I'm gonna try to switch to another person. Thank you so much, Wiebe, and I hope you keep listening, and please give me any feedback later tonight after the show. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you.
Okay.
I'm also not sure how to.
How to get out. Yeah, all good. I'm gonna try to invite somebody else. Oh, you have to leave before I can add somebody else. One of my true. Yes. Roos, I'm gonna try to invite you. You are the person that is the experienced YouTube and Instagram liver. There she is. Hello.
I quickly had to shift because I was on the YouTube as well. So
Okay. How could you hear it okay on YouTube? The sound.
yes.
Okay.
It sounds a little bit blikkerig, but you can definitely understand.
Yeah, and of course I tried to do it with my AirPods, but that can't switch between both, so that doesn't work. So.
Oh yeah.
And now I hope that everything behind me doesn't make too much sound. So I'll sometimes I'll show the view. So oh, nice bird. So even a few years ago when we did this, I was already in the south of France, but then we did it in Dutch. Wow, 32 people. Oh, Rose is bringing her fans. Woo!
Plenty people are coming.
Plenty people from all over the world. Welcome. No, so yeah, the idea of what we are doing right now and what we have done 3 years ago on the other app Clubhouse is that we ask people, what is your passion? What is your goal? What is the goal you're currently working towards? And what kind of connections could be helpful for you to achieve that goal? So that's the idea, is that now that we are live, we ask people to share in the chat or to join in the live, just like you are joining, and to share the things that you're working on, and then we will share that goal, or you can share that goal directly with the other people that are listening. And if people think, hey, I think I can help that person, then we can really easily make a connection. So Roos, now that you're here, maybe quickly introduce what our connection is, and then tell us what your passion is and what kind of goal you're currently working towards.
Connectors from birth. We are cousins. I am 4 days older, which I'm very proud of.
Still.
And yeah, we are always very close in. Dan is very good with business advice, and then I'm doing stuff that like on social media and YouTube and stuff, and we're trying to, I feel like, inspire each other all throughout our lives. Sure. And my passion is to help people greenify their life and their home. So not just plants, but also living more sustainably, being better for the planet, and feeling happy in your skin, happy as you are right now. So I have two businesses, really. I'm a plant influencer. I create content about houseplants.
Some people call
online.
it plant-fluencing, but that's a crazy word.
Yeah, the papers love that word. And I am a yoga teacher as well. I did a yoga training with Dan's sister, who's also somewhere in the chat, I think. And then I started teaching yoga. I calculated I've been doing yoga 25 years now, which feels
damn old.
Too much. Like, I don't feel 25, but okay. I'm turning 40. We are turning 40. And one thing that I would maybe be able to use the connectors for is that I would love to write a book about plants and how they can help your mental health and feeling good. But I have no idea how to reach out to publishers and that kind of stuff. So if anyone has tips or knows a publisher, or I don't know.
And did you already do any research? Like, do you want to self-publish, or you're looking for like a plant book publishing or a general book publishing company, or are you not even that far in?
I looked into it and I got reached out to by a few people, but they seem to be more, it's like a publisher, but you have to kind of self-publish. So you have to pay a ton of money in the start. And that is not possible for me at the moment. And also it feels very risky. I would prefer it to be more of a traditional publishing house, and it doesn't have to be planty because that doesn't really exist. I do think the book might be in Dutch because there is quite a few in English already. So a Dutch publisher, but of course most of my content is in English, so English could work too. But yeah, that's basically what I've found. I would appreciate a more traditional publisher, so it's less money probably for me, but also less scary and risky. I have a friend who self-publishes all the time, Mama Botanica. She is amazing. She has like 5 books about plants already, but it just feels a little bit scary because it's the first one. And
did you already start writing?
I have a setup of what I want to share, yes.
Okay.
But it's not like the one-page thing that you asked Weeba about. I don't have like this is gonna be it. It looks very fancy and like sellable. That's not happening yet.
Okay, so Keegan in the YouTube chat is saying self-publish, explanation mark. So I'm sending you his website, so at least you can find him on LinkedIn and everything. You can connect with him. He probably has experience. Keegan, if you do, let us know in the chat. But yeah, you should definitely connect with him. He also supports me. He lives there.
In the water?
There. He lives there. So
cool.
he's very close. But he's from Australia, but now he lives here. So it's great. Aussie. And so yeah, that's a good connection. He's happy to chat, he says in the chat. So that's good. So that's the first connection in the Qonnectors Show 68 after 15 minutes. That's great. Thank you so much, Keegan and Roos. And Roos, what do you remember? Because you were at a lot of the Clubhouse Qonnectors shows in 2021. Not to stake any veren in my reet, maar can you explain to the people that are listening, like can you inspire them to join, like to request to go live with me and to put out a request, because that would maybe help.
Yeah. I was in the rooms a lot. I did not know what Clubhouse was, but it was really fun to like listen. It felt a little bit more anonymous than here. So,
yeah, it was voice only.
As soon as you join a live, your followers will see that you are in a live. So there's a lot of planty people here. Hello, everyone. This is my cousin Dan, who's awesome. Or maybe I don't know where you are on the screen. For me, you are above. I have heard so many cool connections happening that you might not have expected. I met quite a few people who loved plants that were on like their Instagram are like, I don't know, business people and more like adult people than I feel I am. But they all seem to be also very enthusiastic about plants. So I loved how it surprised us and inspired each other and made cool connections that you never expected or saw coming.
Exactly.
I really loved the story of my cousin, your sister, that was looking for the lung doctor.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is called.
Physician, maybe. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And
we were like, yeah, sure.
The course that they were going to create then, I actually did last year because I have a brain injury and it is pretty similar to the issues that people with long COVID have. So their singing course got basically support from this whole group, which I think is it's an actual thing out in the world that's happened because of Dan and this anonymous voices in a room together on an app. So I think it's amazing. It's a little bit scary to join the first time.
Yeah.
For me, today is not so scary because it's you and I've done it a few times now, but I definitely recommend just diving in and trying and seeing what happens, because that is pretty nice and it's not that scary.
No, and again, I'm just trying to create the platform, and it's about the people that are joining. And so there's 19 people left because a lot of people join and then they leave out because if they don't in 5 seconds they don't understand why they're here, they're gone. But I'm not going to change the concept, because you can't do this in 3 seconds. You have to have a little bit of intro, but eventually people will start using, and just like on Clubhouse, people listen to the show just like they're watching television, like just as entertainment. Hey, Jean-Marc, fucking legend. And Rianne, also legend. So, and all your friends, of course, probably also legends. But again, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your request. I got somebody else. Wiebe said crowdfund first. And then self-publish later, so that's great. I do need some help in the future for like how do you say that, like managing all the comments and the WhatsApps and there's Sanas, also true legend. Welcome, Sanas.
You need some moderators.
Yeah, we need moderators. So if you want to be a moderator, please let me know. I don't have set times yet, but I want to do at least one live show a week. I'm very, very happy that you are all here. But of course, I understand that the 5th and the 10th and the 20th edition will be much bigger. And the more people are here, the more answers we will get to the requests. So Thank you so much, Roos. Let's stay in touch, and maybe next time join. If you have a cool request or whatever, you're always welcome. And again, thanks for all your followers to follow you into this live. I'll quickly introduce me. I'm the cousin of Roos. I'm in the south of France. That's why the beautiful view. I could also do it in my inside with a white wall, but I think this is better than a white wall. It's not a virtual background. I can actually touch this thing.
It's there.
And you're welcome to stop by if you're in the neighborhood. And so I'm my name is Dan. My goal is to connect people around the world. My company is called Qonnectors, or I'm making it a non-for-profit soon. So it's a organization, let's say, and our goal is to help you connect with your happiest life, and we do that by connecting you to other people that we think could be helpful for what you're doing. So if you join our live, or if you want to do it in the chat, and we ask you to answer 3 questions: what is your passion? What is the goal you're currently working towards? And what kind of connections could help you to achieve your goal? It could be like, let's say 2 or 3 connections that you're like, hey, that would be very helpful for me. And again, you can email me that, you can WhatsApp me that, you can put it in the chat, you can join us in this live, and we will try to find people. And the great thing, because we're now doing it in English, that we might connect people from Asia to people in the US, and people from Europe to Middle East. So we're trying to connect the world. It's not focused on an industry, it's not focused on a subject. It's for anybody in the world that has access to YouTube or Instagram. And please, if you're here, please all follow our YouTube channel, our Instagram channel, because we want to grow and make a bigger impact every time we do this. And of course, if you have people around you that you're like, hey, maybe they should join because they have this project they're working on, invite them and get them here. I'm just going to go through this chat if there's anything I missed. And then in YouTube, I see a message that I'm going to... Do you want to stick around, Roos, until I have somebody else, or you want to leave?
No, I'll leave because I don't know how to actually do that. So then it will be done.
Okay. Now,
Thanks.
We'll talk soon. Thank you. Ciao.
I'll be in the chat.
Merci. So here, a lot of legends have joined. So thank you all. You know who you are, the people that were here already 3 years ago when we did the Connectors on Clubhouse. So I just got a message here in the YouTube chat, just a little introduction from my side. Georgia, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, from Serbia. I'm involved in the development of startups, web and mobile development consulting. I'm here if anyone needs it. So now, you're also in Instagram, I think. I think I saw your handle, same name there as well. But anyway, it's the first edition, so that's why there's 15 people on 14 people on Instagram. There's 5 people on YouTube. This has to grow, but yeah, we have to start somewhere. So that's why I just thought yesterday, let's just do it and let's start. And then we make episode 2 and episode 3, and then we're going bigger. Keegan is asking, are you still using Clubhouse? I think I checked it yesterday. I didn't even have it, so I downloaded it again. I've not been going live on Clubhouse for a long time. I don't know if there's a lot of people there, so I have to look into that if it's still worth it to go live there and to find people. But I don't know if that. I'm interested to hear people's opinion. If people are still active on Clubhouse, if they think that we should put another phone here and also go live on Clubhouse at the same time. I don't think that we should make separate lives for separate channels. It's about the connectors. I just want to connect people. I want to connect as many people as possible for as many different projects and ideas as possible. So I just want to do one moment, and then if needed, we can have 6-7 cameras on me and 6-7 channels. If we can also go live on Twitter or TikTok or whatever, I'm fine. I think TikTok would be an interesting one for this. So, but any tips, any ideas, please let me know. And of course, if you have any requests, if you want to join me in the live in Instagram, then let me know. If you want to join in any other way, if you want to send me any requests, you can do that. But in the meantime, so one, maybe I'll just ask the first 2 requests. So the first request was from Wiebe from the Netherlands. He has a company that organizes jobs for people with a disability. and they are looking, of course, always for companies that have jobs, and they're looking now specifically to connect with family offices that want to make an impact, that want to invest maybe into what they're doing, so that they can create more jobs for the people that they have in their community. Let's see. Oh yeah, a friend of mine, Wesley, says, "Great that Qonnectors is back. In the next live show, I want to bring some amazing business people to this chat. One from Hong Kong and one from Dubai. So that's great. Thank you. I will make sure that I will plan the next one in the next few days. I'll schedule it, let's say, and then I'll make sure that it's clear for everybody. And maybe I do it like every Wednesday, but like I did 60. We with a lot of people that are listening here, we did 67 shows in 2021, starting February 4th. I just checked that yesterday, and we had people from all over the world like joining, mostly people that were Dutch, but it was a very, very impactful thing. But the great thing, I think, for now, what I really wanted then and what I'm actually doing now is to do it in English, so that we can connect the whole world. So I'm very excited for the impact that we can make, and again, especially if we have built this up a little bit more, so we have tens and hundreds and maybe even in the future thousands of people listening in. Also, something that I can promote with the Qonnectors. I will be traveling to Switzerland later, like end of next week. So the week after, from the 17th until the 20th, I'll be in Switzerland doing a live Qonnectors event. So it will be lunches and dinners for 6 to 12 people, where people can live connect with each other. So we'll do 1 week in Switzerland, then we'll do 1 week in the Netherlands, maybe 2 weeks, then London, then Dubai. So end of July, I will be in Dubai. Then in August, I'll be in the Netherlands for like 2 or 3 weeks, or I think 2 weeks. Then I'll be back here in the south of France for 1 or 2 weeks. And then in September, I'm going to Singapore. And at all those locations, we will organize Qonnectors lunches and dinners for anybody that is interested. They're welcome to join. So if you are interested in joining any of those events, let me know. You can send me an email on dan@qonnectors.com, or send a message here in the chat, or send a message to the Qonnectors Instagram, or whatever you want. I'm quickly going to see if there's any messages on my personal channels or here. There's a request here. Because I don't want to miss anything, but it's a lot to just do this by myself. Again, please, if you have any requests, please let us know. Okay, thank you, Wesley. Also regarding the home office. A home office. My girlfriend is working for a family office, I think you mean, yeah, in Dubai, and wants to connect. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Wesley. I'll connect you to Wiebe. And the second request was from Roos, my cousin, and she asked for advice, people that maybe have experience with publishing books. She has an idea to publish a book, plant related, and she asked for advice and ideas and suggestions if she should self-publish or find a publisher. So if she's still in the chat, I can how do I do that? I'll do it later. But if you want to reach out to her, Plants with Rose, here, let me just, I can go and share her Instagram handle in the YouTube chat for everybody to see and to click and to connect with her. She's still present. That's really good. There's somebody that published her books in the Netherlands by herself. Are you going live on Clubhouse? Do you think we need to go live on Clubhouse? I don't have any more devices to go live on, but I think, yeah. Rose, are you connecting directly with Annemarie? I think Lesage Annemarie. That would be great. Eric says no. I think that's an answer to the Clubhouse question. Yeah, I'm just writing it down because I don't have an assistant yet. Assistant? No, I don't have an assistant yet. Next time, maybe. Book publishing, question mark. And the great thing of this is that it's recorded on both channels. This is recorded. Annemarie says, Clubhouse changed a lot, so no Clubhouse. I think I agree. I'm interested in, I'm going to do some, no, I'm not going to do research. I'm just going to next time make sure I get another device or an iPad or whatever to also go live on TikTok, because I think I would love to really create something valuable on all the apps where there's not a lot of value right now. It's just like entertainment. Thank you, Eric. I will do that. I'll make a list of people that want to help in any way, shape, or form. Again, what did I say? Moderators is going to be a thing again. Like again, last time, I'll quickly explain how it started. So somebody invited me, or someone, a really good friend of mine, invited me to join the Clubhouse app. So that was really cool. And then when I was on the app, a friend of mine saw that I was on the app, and he said, "Hey, do you want to be my guest during my show in 3 days?" So a few days later, this was with Daan. Daan from Groningen. Daan from Groningen invited me to join his show, and I was his guest. And there was a lot of people, and I saw how the app worked. So he was the host, I was the guest. People were listening, and then at the end, he asked people from the audience to join on the podium, let's say the virtual podium, so that they could ask me questions and I could answer them. And I was like, "Whoa, this app is perfect for what I always had in mind, is to do this." Is where I ask people, "Hey, if you have a request, join the podium." I also don't know if that's possible with YouTube. I really did no research at all. But so the great thing is that it's at least it's possible on Instagram. So if people have a request, they can request to join the live. I can have them in the show, and then that person, I will ask that person, which I also did then on Clubhouse. I'll ask them 3 really simple questions that are always the same question and will never change. Question 1, what is your passion? Question 2, what is the goal you're currently working towards? And question 3, what are 3 connections that you think could help you to get closer to your goal? And then I'll share, or you will share directly, or I will share it if you are typing it or sending me a message. I will share that with everybody here that's listening. And then it could come from anywhere in the world that people see and understand what you're looking for, and that they say, "Hey, I know somebody," or like my friend, or I can do it. Or so there's a lot of people that are, if a lot of people are listening, a lot of opportunities will be created to connect with each other. And so on Clubhouse, on that app, 3 years ago during COVID, we did 67 shows. That's why this is the 68th show. And now I'm going to keep doing this on at least Instagram and YouTube, and hopefully also other channels in the future. I see some stuff in the chat, so I'm just going to go back and read it. I used to be on these rooms on Clubhouse all the time, but it was a while ago. Yes, it was 3 very good vibes back then. Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of cool co-hosts, a lot of great people that were, how do you say that, brave enough to come to the podium and to ask their questions, to send their requests. Like in the 67 episodes that we did, we had about 25 requests per episode on average, and because sometimes we went for like 4 or 5 hours and we had many more, and sometimes it was like 1 or 2 hours, but it was always quite some time. So on average, I think 25, 35 requests, and on average per request we had let's say on average 2.5 connections. So 67 times 30 times 2.5, that was like over 2,500 connections made, which was very, very cool. So yeah, and then I think that was that's the number, like that's the impact that we made on Clubhouse. It was only in Dutch, and I think now in English we can make it much bigger. So invite everyone, and also you don't have to be here live. You could also just send me a message when you're not online, like so pre the show, and I can explain your request. So I have a few requests, of course, of things that came in this week, and things that I can promote to the people that are listening. I'm just reading out a message here. Amin is here. Welcome. A little introduction from me, from the Netherlands, and truly passionate about real estate. I'm in commercial real estate developments, and I have an agency for real estate opportunities in Middle East and Spain. So if people are interested in real estate opportunities in Middle East and Spain, reach out to Amin. And if you can't find him, let me know, because I am able to find him. Also, Rose says you can comment on this video, because if people watch this back later, either on YouTube or on Instagram, because it will both be recorded and how do you say that, posted there, then people can also read the comments, and they even in a few weeks, people can watch this, read through the comments, and then respond to your comment. So you never know where stuff can come from. Hey, Duncan, good to have you in the show, and Mitchell as well. Here, Plug and Go. No idea what your name is. Sorry. It was great. It was a great place to network as well. Very educated hosts and audience. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of people that said, like, I love this, and they came back every time, and they also really built their network on our show. So, and of course, I did the first 30 episodes together with Boris. Boris was like the co-host. We had so much fun hosting this together. I had a lot of support from Anne, which was my girlfriend at the time. She was at every episode sitting next to me and supporting and making notes and helping. And we had many other people that I will call out later that supported us in many ways. And of course, the legend Sanas, that was there always. I still don't understand how she never slept, but was always in every room on Clubhouse. She was there and also worked and also had like a family life. So, and then the great thing was that after a few years, we started organizing. Events at the like real events for the first time in 2022, 2022, I think. I'm not sure. And so we met, all of us met together. There's a lot of people that I speak to on a weekly basis that I know from Clubhouse. So yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, Martin, noted. That will come back for sure. We had a soundboard when I built a website. Yeah, what was the event also? Here, I'm just going to check because it's on YouTube. I can. Oh, here it was February 17th that we had our event in 2022. February 17, 2022. It was the event, the live event in Amsterdam, that we had a lunch and a dinner in one day, and so it was February 4th was the first Qonnector show on Clubhouse, and so exactly 1 year and 2 weeks later we had our first live event, and now another 2 years later we're for the first time live on YouTube and Instagram. And then I think, again, as I said earlier, maybe next time we should also add TikTok, because we're open for young and old and entrepreneurs and individuals, and anybody that wants to join, they can join. As long as they are willing. The idea is that we ask you to come to share your life experience, your knowledge, your network with each other. And if everybody comes to share, then also there's a lot of opportunity to get. But as long as you don't have the mindset to just be like taking, then everybody will also take something home. So that's the idea. So one request, if anybody has a request, or again, if you want to join me live, then let me know. There's no requests from people to join me live on Instagram. If you have a request, you can put it in the chat on any of the channels. And what is an interesting thing that I can share with the world, something that happened today? I'm just going to look at my calendar again, and see how I can add value to people that I was in contact with recently. Yeah. Now, yeah, let's call out Duncan. So Duncan is here. I don't know if he's still in the room. Duncan, are you still in the room? Please let me know in the chat of Instagram. Hey, Asbet, welcome. Now, even if Duncan is not here, I'm going to share here at Duncan. Can I do that here? At Duncan Duncan Hofland. Duncan is a friend of the show. He's a young, talented sim racer. So he's like in his house. He has a simulator set up where he races virtually, but he does it at the highest level. And so he is the development driver of the Aston Martin Formula One team, because every Formula One team has a official esports team, and they race together on the official F1 game. And these 20 drivers, I'm getting a call, funny. These 20 drivers, I'm back. These 20 drivers, so just like real Formula One, the esports Formula One has 20 official drivers and 10 development drivers. He is one of the 10 development drivers, so he's in the top 30 of the best sim racers in the world on that specific game, on that specific F1 game, because there's multiple games and everybody has a specialism per game. And so I'm supporting him. I'm connecting him to. Don't call me. The person that's trying to call me, I'm gonna send him a link so he can join in a different way. Ik ben live. Kom je joinen? And again, that's the good thing of going live and of my complete unprofessionalism, that I just do whatever I want. I don't prepare anything, and I'm just here to connect you all. And the more we do this, the more it will go smoothly, and the more I will be well prepared. But if you have any tips or ideas or suggestions, let us know. If you want to be a co-host, if you want to do anything for the show, then you're always welcome to join. And Sanas, you have to have a question. Please send me on WhatsApp or in the chat. Tell me, share something that I can share with the world, with all the 14 people that are listening right now, and all the people in the future that will watch this rerun later. Reunions happening. Exactly. So, but first of all, Duncan Hofland, that I'll share it here as well in the YouTube. Duncan Hofland. So everybody, please follow Duncan Hofland on Instagram and also on YouTube if you're interested in anything racing related. He's very awesome, and if I think he'll do so well in sim racing that eventually he'll end up in real cars as well. I'll quickly get out of the way so you can all see the view. So for the people that have never been to Monaco, I live just outside Monaco in Roquebrune, Cap Martin, which means that I pay the same rent as I did in Amsterdam, but then with this view. And it was the best decision I ever made. I love the Netherlands, but I couldn't handle the 9-month winter, as I call it. So 6 years ago, I left and I moved here. It was the best decision ever. So also, if you have any fun travel stories, let me know. And if you're ever in the neighborhood, you're always welcome at the Qonnectors HQ to have a drink on this very terrace with this very view. And I think I will do all of the live shows from here. In the future, when I go traveling, I will do those shows on all the different locations. So for the people that are just joined, in the next 3 months, I'll be going to Switzerland, Zurich, Amsterdam, Monaco, London, Dubai, Monaco, Amsterdam, Singapore. So for the next 3 months until the end of September, and all those places, I will travel around the world. I'll travel around those places, and I'll do live shows like this on Clubhouse, not on Clubhouse, on YouTube and Instagram with the Qonnectors. And also at all these locations, I will host lunches and dinners. So if people want to meet with all the people that you see in our community, you can come to one of our events and you can meet the people live. And those are very intimate, small events, 6 to 12 people. It's a very small setting. And we had a lot of fun doing that already in the Netherlands, in Dubai, in Miami. So I think in total, I hosted about 15 of these lunches and dinners. So that was very exciting. Thanks, Keegan. And of course, if anybody in the neighborhood, maybe Keegan or anybody else, if you're in the neighborhood and you want to be my live assistant here, that's also possible, because managing all these things, and it's possible. But I hope that in the near future we'll be with hundreds of people here, making connections for all around the world. And then it's I hope it will be too much for me to handle in all the different chats, because we don't want to forget anyone. Afterwards, I'll go back and make notes of everything that happened. But again, one small thing, Maarten said I missed the soundboard. So we had a Qonnectors website, and on the website I created the soundboard, or our friends created the soundboard, our friends, the designers, and together with Jean-Marc, who was here also from the beginning. And so that will come back. There will be a website again. So when this will start getting more traction and more people, and we start making more connections, and we start to find some companies that want to support what we're doing, because that's what we're going to ask for this time, what we didn't do last time, but we want to do it now because we just want to make it bigger and make a bigger impact and reach more people. So if we have some support from some people around us from the community, then I think we can make it even bigger, because I think also that shows like this we can promote with Facebook and Google and all kinds of different ads, so we can get more traffic into the website. And if we have a lot of people and a lot of eyeballs, I think we can make some companies enthusiastic to support what we're doing, to help you achieve your goals and dreams, by connecting with each other. So just keep up to date, or keep following us. If you have any requests or anything, let me know. As you can see, I would not stop. I can keep talking for hours, even that I'm alone. Marjolein, do you have any requests? It's going to be like a family event, but I don't care, because we don't have a lot of people yet. So if you want to join the live, you can request to join, and I'll accept you. And then maybe, just like last time, at least you can explain your success story from a few years ago. That would be really great if you have a few minutes. And otherwise, I will do that for you. She's probably looking for the button how to invite herself to join, or she just doesn't care. Oh no, here she is. It's much different with the video. Oh, Clubhouse was so chill. Hello, Zeus.
Hello.
Hello. For 15 people from all around the world.
Yay. Hello, everybody. I'm Dan's sister.
And we're live on Instagram. It's funny. I should also find a way that now the people on YouTube can... Yeah, I could just do this, of course, but maybe that's a little...
Oh, yeah.
Now, at least they can see you. Hi, this is sister. That is YouTube. And now you can also see the inside of my house there. Yeah, I'll do this, because otherwise it's too difficult to manage. Rose is still there, so that's good. She says hi. No, but thank you for joining. I hope you are... you like... What do you think of this concept compared to the Clubhouse concept? Let's start with that.
Yeah, well, right now it's maybe a bit confusing that we have different platforms going on, but it can also work. And at some point, maybe we all know where to go, and you'll have 100 people on YouTube or whatever. Here on Insta, it's nice that it's very easy to join you and to kick someone out again. And Clubhouse was sort of a magical thing at that time, because we couldn't see each other, and it was in this Corona times when we didn't see many people anyway, so it was sort of a vibe.
Yeah.
And I also liked that it was non-video in a way, but it's also nice now, because you can, if someone introduces himself or herself, then you sort of, have a little bit more context if you can see someone as well, of course. So
pluses and minuses, yeah, exactly. And the
I like the view.
Yeah, exactly. I thought, why not? And so I like, and in general, again, that's what everything comes to. Again, that it's about the concept. It's about what we do. It doesn't really matter where you do it. If you do it on whatever platform, and that's why I thought I'd rather do it on multiple platforms and see the bigger impact. Because again, if I see something on Instagram, I can type it in YouTube, and as far as I can hear from the people on YouTube, they can hear the people on Instagram clearly now. So for now, it's okay. And again, it's the first episode like this, and so I hope it will grow. We are now with 22 people, and when you joined, we were 15. So like it's always going up and down. And so
in Clubhouse, maybe the focus and it's a bit easier to stay for a while. Maybe in Instas, you see that a lot of people are hopping in and out, but it's don't know what we're.
No, again, and that will change in a quick while. Okay, if you can, in a not too long version, or in a short version, explain what your success story, your biggest success story on with the Qonnectors.
Well, I'm a singer. I have my own a cappella group, Wishful Singing. We're together for 20 years already. And in Corona times, of course, we had a problem because we couldn't do any concerts. Then we developed a few online courses in the first year of Corona on Gregorian chant, which was very nice. Then in the second year, we wanted to do something else. And we decided we wanted to do a course on singing and breathing for people with long COVID complaints. So we wanted to start this, and we were looking for an expert, actually a long, how do you call this? A long doctor.
Physician?
And through the Qonnectors room, I don't know what it's called in English, actually. The breathing area doctor. And then in the Qonnectors room, there was someone who said, "Oh, but my aunt is a doctor, and she will be very excited to help you." And then we got in touch with her, and she helped us a lot to have like a medical backbone in the program, and to get other connections to other hospitals and doctors. And then this program came to life and was a big success. And then it's still running today. Like in the beginning, we were really concentrating on the COVID complaints, but later on we also opened the program to other people suffering from long-term diseases, and also people recovering from cancer. And we're still running it. And actually now we're making we started as a charity in a way, because we had some people supporting us, and we could offer the program for free. But then later on, we couldn't find enough people to support us, so we had to ask for money for people to participate. And this also works. So now we actually want to turn the thing into a startup, sort of, to make it a different concept. And so it's like a health service that we offer. And maybe also more international. Like now we're just in the Netherlands, but we could record all this material again and order and in English and offer it internationally.
Yeah.
So
did you already say that, or did I miss that? But the guy that was in the room, he said my aunt is I found it on Google, a pulmonologist. And so they were connected. You guys were connected, and then also the hospital was very excited about the project, and then they also donated some money, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And she recorded a very nice video for us that we could use, and we're actually still using. She still allows us to use, where she explains why singing is so good for you if you are ill, and So this was really, really nice connection. It came.
And are you still connected to her?
Yes, yeah, we're still not so much, but every now and then we're still in touch.
And just for the people maybe just joined, in like 15 seconds, what is what do you offer now with this course, and for who?
The course is called Zing je sterk. Sing yourself strong, translated sort of. And we are singing and breathing course. That's a 6-week course for people to work on their health and mental well-being through singing and breathing.
And how many people have you already had in that course? And
well, we had like 2,500. But the good thing to know is that it's not only an online course that you can just do in your own time, but there is one weekly moment where you meet up with a group of people with a teacher live in Zoom. So there's also a lotgenoot contact. So like people have the chance to meet some other people who are in the same situation, because these are all people that are home for already a long time because they have either recovering from cancer, or they have a burnout, or a disease that lasts for a longer time. And then they're often quite lonely as well because they're staying at home a lot and they don't have many social contacts. And then through this singing, they can relax their bodies and get more body awareness and make some happy hormones while singing, but also connect to other people and feel more connected and less lonely.
Cool.
In their situation.
Okay. Now,
we are looking for connections, people who could maybe have some advice for us on how to build this thing into more like a startup, and to have, because we are an ensemble of 5 singers, and our core business is giving concerts with 5 of us. But this cultural business is a very nice thing to do, but it is very nice for us to have like a sister company that also allows us to get some money to put in our own cultural projects. So it's sort of that the two support each other.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now if anybody here, I'll write it down. And here, more. So people that are both interested in music, because that you have to have a passion for music if you want to support you guys with that, and have a affinity or experience with building businesses. Hey, Arjan. So yeah, anybody that is interested in music and building businesses is very welcome to connect Marjolein Stotz to find out if there's any ways that you could support each other. Music and biz, I'm just calling it here. Yeah, so perfect. Thanks for joining and sharing, and keep up the good work, and keep telling people about the Qonnectors. That's also great.
Definitely will. And thanks for this.
And maybe we should make a Qonnectors tune one day, you ladies. Yeah. So when we open the show, we have like our tune. And again, people already said like we missed the soundboard.
Yeah, exactly. Connection is always had this really nice sound. But
we should also maybe we should just make our like a true own sound, so that if we make a connection like we did before with Roos and Keegan, then we had like this soundboard, so we had this connection sound, and yeah, that should come back again. So, but again, I'm doing this all by myself now, and this is only the beginning. So yeah. First of all, thank you everybody for joining until now. I'm gonna stick around, but thank you, Marjolein, and I'll if you exit, we'll give the podium to someone else, hopefully, if somebody wants to join.
You.
Okay, talk soon. Ciao. Oh.
Kira.
Boom. And she's gone. Okay. For all the new people that have just joined, my name is Dan. I don't smile a lot, but I'm very serious because I'm very serious. So sorry for that, but I'll try to work on that. My goal is to. So it's very strange. This camera is like opposite, and this camera is real. So whatever. But we are the connectors. Starts with a Q, quality connections. Our goal is to connect you to your happiest life. And for me, the definition of your happiest life is that you're happy privately and that you're successful in business. And of course, you have to decide what your definition is of happiness and success. That's different for everybody else, for everybody. And so we do that by asking you 3 simple questions. What is your passion, or what is your superpower, or what makes you most happy in life? Second question, what is the goal you're currently working towards? If you share that with us and with the world, then you allow us to help you. If you keep it all for yourselves, nobody can help you. So that's the most important thing. And then if we know what your passion is and your goal, then I'll ask you for 3 connections that you could come up with that could help you achieve that goal. And if we know that, then we can open up all our networks. Everybody that's listening and people that are watching the reruns in the next few weeks, they can hear the answers to your questions. They can probably see you or hear about you, and then hear the connections that you're looking for. So just like my sister that just left the live, she requested that for the company that she's building around the course that she created. She's trying to build a business, so she's looking for someone with a passion for music and business building, or being successful in businesses. So finding somebody that wants to help them in something that they don't have a lot of experience in, and then creating success together. So that's what I'm also asking you. You could leave a request in the chat, so you could answer those questions. What is your passion? What is your goal? And what kind of connections could help you to achieve that goal? You could answer those questions in the chat. You could you can request to join me live in Instagram. Nobody is requesting that right now because it's a lot of the times quite a thing. Not everybody just wants to go live here, which I understand. And also you could find my phone number in the chat, and you can send me a WhatsApp message or an iMessage. I'll also do that here. People can follow me on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on whatever you want. Please, if you're listening, if you understand, and if you like this, please follow us on Instagram and YouTube. So misses a one. This is correct, not correct. Remove. Plus 31 654 744 121. Now it's correct. So always available. I'm always available. So you can send me a message, and you can send me a request, and I can announce that in the next show, for example. And I live in the south of France. That's why we have this view. Because I thought this would be better than a white wall in my living room. I hope you agree. For the 10 people that are still live, hey, that is cool. My new friend Guido is here. Welcome everybody. So let me think if there's another request of some sorts. Oh yeah, there's a cool request. For the people that are into motorsport, there's a few, I think, here and there. I'm going to share it. I'm going to share a website in the chats. I also have that. There's so I love car racing. I watch car racing a lot. And yeah, let me just. Oops, and I'm back. There's an app, guys. They reached out to me. If you like car racing, and if you want to be like on top of like when the next races are, so you have like Formula One, IndyCar, Le Mans, all kinds of racing series, and these guys created an app because now you have to follow the Formula One website and the IndyCar website and all the other websites to know when they're racing and when the races are and their free practices and the qualifyings. It's so much that it's difficult to follow. and a lot of people try to follow all these racing series. So they created an app where you can have all this information on one place. So you can't see the actual races, but you can see when they start and the results and stuff. And so they asked me to help them to connect to racetracks and all kinds of people. So I just can't see their website. Raceboard. Is this it? No. Raceboard on the Apple Store. It's called Raceboard. Here, I'll just share this link here in the chat because I think it's cool. They're like pre-making money, so it's like a young startup. I'm just trying to help them to connect to cool people. So anybody that likes motorsport, here how can I do that? Talk. How do I do that without leaving? No, that's impossible. Okay, now if somebody is both on YouTube and Instagram, can you please share the link that I just shared on YouTube in the Instagram chat? That would be great. Or here, maybe I can send it to Guido and he can share it. Otherwise, I go out of the thing. Sorry, Gijs. Sorry. Gijs, if you could share this URL in the Instagram chat, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you. So again, there's now 8 people. So there's enough reason. There's 8 reasons why to stay online. But I'm very curious to hear from you. What is your passion? What is your goal? And what could anybody listening to this or seeing this, listening to this, do to help you to achieve that goal? So again, it could be that, and of course there's only 7 people now, so that's not a lot, but it could be that this video is watched tomorrow or next week or next month or next year, and that people hear about your passion, goal, and the people that you're looking for, and maybe they're like, hey, I know I am that person, or I know that person, and I can connect you to that person. So there's always a good chance, a good chance that something comes out of it, and there's a really good reason to share this. So share any type of request, and I'll share it with the group. You can do it again on LinkedIn message. Send it on the here. Let me just check if there's anything in my Instagram chat. I can't check the Qonnectors Instagram messages right now because I'm logged in on my normal account on the phone, and if I do it here, yeah, I don't think that's going to work. So if you have any requests, please send it. And then in the future, what I had as well a few years ago when we did this on Clubhouse, we made 67 episodes on Clubhouse just like this, but then without the video, we only had the sound. We always ask people for their passion, goal, and the connections that they're looking for. And we created a system on the website on qonnectors.com that we currently don't have up and running, but we had a system where people could upload their requests and answer those questions. And then at the next live show, I could just explain those requests and people could respond to those people directly, which also something that we want to do again in the near future. I'm very excited to work on and launch a new website somewhere in the next few weeks, hopefully, maybe months, where that can be the platform for the people when we're not live. So we can make an overview of all the past requests. You can publish like a new request, ask people to connect with you. Hey, all the way from Dubai, we have the Taylor Group joining. So yeah, again, any type of request, it could be for you, it could be for a friend, it could be for a charity that you work with, it could be for anybody, rich, poor, working, not working, entrepreneur, working for a company, whatever you want. The only thing that we ask for is that you're not asking for clients or like investment, like that's too easy. Like we are trying to connect you to people that can actually maybe inspire you to do more and achieve more. So people that could be your mentor, people that could help you to set something up. So any type of connections, you're welcome to drop it at the Qonnectors here. And please follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, on LinkedIn. We have a LinkedIn page, and whatever is easiest for you, just share your request there. If there are no people that want to go live, and if there are no requests in the chat, then I will round it off in the next few minutes, because then I can just sit behind my computer and follow up on a lot of emails and WhatsApp messages of people that have requested me certain things. Let me just check in my unread chats if there's any something. Oh yeah, here. This is fun. Is there already something live? Here, let me check. Lazy brain. No, not yet. No. So I know Francesco, if he's still here. But if Francesco is still here, if you ever need a ride with a nice car in Dubai, then Taylor Group Dubai is the company that you need for that. They're here, so might as well give them a plug. Roos, are you still here? Can you give me any form of response to what I'm saying so that I don't feel that I'm alone here? It looks like there are 9 people, so there should be one person that has a request. And again, it doesn't have to be your request. It could be for a friend, or maybe your daughter is looking for an internship, or your whatever. Somebody looking for anything, let us know, and we can share it with the world. Good to see that Francesco is responding. Good to see you, buddy. I hope Dubai is not too hot. Yeah, I think it's very hot, but whatever. You just have to sit inside in the air conditioning. And for the people that think this is a virtual background, it is not. Here, look, this is my thingy. This is the fence. So yeah, I moved here 6 years ago. I was tired of the Dutch 9-month winter. I couldn't handle the cold, the rain, and the wind anymore. So I moved to the south of France. And after about 5 minutes, I decided, or I knew that this was the best decision I've ever made. And after 6 years and 4 months, I'm 100% certain that was the best decision I've ever made in my life, to leave the Netherlands with gierende banden, as we say, and to never come back ever. Maybe sometimes for like a few months, but not full time anymore. And if you also don't like the cold and the wind and the rain, then you're always welcome to stop by in the south of France. Hey, here's a friend from the south of France joining in the chat. I'm not going to ask him to join the chat or to join the live, because he's probably on a terrace drinking alcohol. Rembrandt, if you think that you could join and have like a serious request, then please do. If you think that you're too intoxicated, then that's also okay. Then you just join next time. Okay, 1 hour and 13 minutes in, and for the Instagram even longer. So until now we had 3 requests. We had the Wiebe, who has a company in the Netherlands that organizes jobs for people with a disability. He is looking to connect with family offices in the Netherlands that are interested in supporting his company, his work. So to find if there's more ways to get more people working. We had Roos, my cousin, who is wants to start writing a book about plants, because that's her thing, and she asked for advice on book publishing. So if anybody has any ideas or suggestions or tips or whatever about book publishing, let me know, or let her know directly. If you can find her plans with Rose, or send me or the Connectors a message, and I'll connect you to her. And my sister was also there, because there was a lack of other requests, so I just asked my family to join. My sister was there and explained that she is building a new company focused on a specific course that she created together with a lung doctor, a doctor, that by singing it helps you to relieve pain from your lungs. So that could be because you have COVID or any other sort of like disease. Oh, here we have Rembrandt. Hey, Danny, good to have you. I'll ask you to join later. All the way from Monaco, Rembrandt.
All the way
from Monaco. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Are you at Trinity?
I'm at Trinity.
I love it. How is it there?
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good. Just finished the last parts of my opleiding, my education, and now celebrating that we're done.
Cool. So let us know what is your biggest passion? What is the goal you're currently working towards? And what kind of connections could anybody listening connect you to help you to achieve your goal?
What I'm working to, eventually I want to become a yacht broker.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got some plans. I started my studies here a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago. And eventually I want to become a yacht broker, but I know that if you do an internship as a broker assistant or sales assistant, you don't get exactly what you want to learn because they see you as competition. So what I do is I look around, and my plan for the coming few years is first I have to do an internship to finish off my university.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to work on a boat for 1 or 2 years.
As a deckhengst?
Yeah, as a deckhand.
Deckhand.
Exactly.
Almost the same.
Yeah. And after that, I'm going to work for a shipyard to get some more knowledge into the whole yachting industry. And with that, I want to accomplish enough network to eventually go into brokerage.
Cool.
But
So
yeah,
what kind of connection? So connections for you that could be helpful could be people in yacht brokerage companies, people at yacht brands, let's say. So anybody that is in yachting and that thinks that they can help you to get one step closer to being a yacht broker in the future, that would be much appreciated, I think, right?
Yeah, I would really love that. Like, I love to go on coffees. I love to meet people in the industry. I love to see how they went to the place where they are, and to learn from them, and to like really get knowledge of how they got where they at, and for me to create my own path to get where I want to be.
Nice.
And I know, I know you a little bit, and if this helps me out a little bit, I would really appreciate it, of course.
Cool. Now, let's see from the people who are listening, there's currently 11 people in both YouTube and Instagram combined. So that's not a lot, but it could be that those people have big networks, and that in those networks there are people that are in yachting, and of course I'll open up my network as well. So we will do our best to help you.
I very much appreciate that.
Cool, no problem. And did you already follow the YouTube and Instagram page of Qonnectors?
The Instagram, yes. The YouTube, not yet, but I will do.
Okay, perfect. Because again, we're trying to create a platform for people to join this. Hey, Alexander, we just want to help as many people as possible. So we have to make what we are doing bigger. And first of all, doing this on Clubhouse 3 years ago in Dutch was great. But I think if we now do it in English and we do it on different channels, where we're doing it currently live on YouTube and Instagram, but hopefully next time I also want to join I think TikTok would be great, and other apps. I would love to have 5 or 6 devices here that we're all logged in on LinkedIn as well. So we're everywhere at the same time, and we just want to make an impact by connecting everybody with each other. So please keep us in mind. If you have any requests, if you talk to any people that ask you anything, send them to the Qonnectors. We're happy to help them. So yeah, so you're partying at
yeah, I'm celebrating
Trinity
the
tonight.
last day of my exams.
Yeah.
Of course. And I saw you were live, so of course I connect.
Really good.
But
Thank you.
with that said,
yeah, enjoy the party. So you're just for the people at home.
Much.
You are here, right? No.
Yeah,
Here.
I'm at the corner of
At the tunnel.
yeah, you know where I am.
Yeah. So I'm just for the people at home. He's 1.3 kilometers away from here. So okay, Alexander, top dat je er was. Ook hier on YouTube. He's in the gym.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rembrandt. We'll see you soon. Enjoy your evening at Trinity. Ciao. Nice. Okay. So many people are joining. Okay. For the new people that are just joined, welcome to the Connectors. Welcome to the beautiful south of France. This is the 68th show of the Connectors. The Q stands for quality connections. Quality connections. That's the idea. So we are asking people to join us, and we are. Hey, Roland, great to have you. Also a great connector and inspiration of me. So yeah, we're asking people to share their like the answers to 3 questions. Really simple. What is your passion? What is the goal you're currently working towards? And name 3 connections that can get you closer to your goal. And we'll share that with everybody that's listening on Instagram, on YouTube, and we can even post that later on different channels that we have, so people can respond to that. And people like, hey, if you are looking for a connection at a certain company, or somebody that can help you to find an internship or a job or a house or a dog sitter, it could be anything and anywhere in the world. Of course, now we have only 15 people live, but imagine or know that on average, the people that we are attracting will have a network of around 1,500 to 2,500 people. So if there's 15 people, basically the audience is 30,000 people. If you are asking for, like, hey, I'm looking for an internship at a hotel in New York, there will probably be somebody even in this small group. But imagine if there's 100 people or 200 or 500 or 1,000, and they combined with all their networks, the impact is amazing. So if you say, I'm looking for an internship in a hotel in New York, I bet you that when we have 20 to 25 listeners, there will be somebody that can help you with that. So again, this is the 68th show. We did 67 shows before on the app Clubhouse 3 years ago. We made over 2,500 connections in 3 months. We did it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we went live for about 2 hours, which is also the idea for today. So please share your passion, the goal you're working towards, and the things that the connections that you would like to have that to help you reach your goal. And if you can reach out on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, any platform. You can reach out to me directly, Dan Stotz. You can reach out to the Connectors chats. You can do whatever you want. You can talk now in the chat, but also on Instagram. You can request to go live with me, so you can ask your request yourself, and then everybody that is live with us, currently 13 people, then they can hear, and they could, like, if they think that they can help you, they can respond directly, and I can connect you directly. If people want to email me, you can do that at dan@qonnectors.com, Connectors with a Q. And you could also reach out on my phone number, WhatsApp, or whatever. If you Google my name, then you will for sure find my information. I'll share it in the chat just to be sure here as well. Is there a WhatsApp group? Says Roland. Not yet, but so I'm curious to what everybody says, but the only thing I'm afraid of like groups like that is that you join it once, you look at it twice, and then you never open it again, and it becomes annoying. But I'm very, very curious to hear your opinion, and maybe if we have a group where maybe I'm the only person talking, so that it's not like a shit show of messages, and then if somebody wants to connect, then they can reach out to me, and that I can post certain things in it. That could be interesting. So it's on the, but thank you, Roland. It's a great idea. I'm going to put it on the list. And there's also an app that I prepared. Like I thought of using it, but I'm not certain, because it's nos.io. It's like a software for communities. I was also thinking to use that maybe, but Roland says, my experience with certain groups with entrepreneurs work very good so far, I have to say, and my surprise. Yeah. So, and just like you said, at least I think it's worth a try. So I think it's worth a try to start a Connectors WhatsApp group where people can join. I can share. You know what? I'm just gonna start it. I can start it right now on here, and then I can share the link in the chat, and I'll share it also later on here. Let me see if I can do that. New group. I can ask. Oh yeah, broadcast. Yeah, maybe I have to look into that first. Danny, join us, please. I would love to have you here. Go live with Danny. Always good to have somebody in the show. Hey, there's Danny. Hey man, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Good. I apologize.
Your connection is not great. Can you hear me okay? There is almost nothing happening. No, that didn't work. No, thanks for trying at least. I'm going to try to invite Roeland. You never know if he has time, if he wants to, but I'm going to invite you, Roeland. If you don't have the time or if you don't want to, of course, I understand, but I'll at least try. Always good to have a fellow connector live. Hello, Roeland.
Hey, jongen.
Good evening.
Sorry.
Thanks for joining.
I have to sit up straight now. I was laying on the couch.
It almost feels like a Friday night, but it's only Wednesday.
It's only Wednesday.
Thank you for joining. Super cool to see you here. Like maybe you can quickly explain about how you connected the world with your company, not to promote it because the company doesn't exist anymore, but you and your dad, I think it was, you started a company where you were completely focused on connecting people, and I'm very curious how it started and what you think of what we're trying to do here, and if you have any valuable lessons for us.
This was in technology-wise a different time. So I have to say, we had 2.5 million entrepreneurs. We didn't have certain technology to communicate, but to answer my own question, I was posting. I am in a couple of groups. One of them, it's a little bit smaller, 150 Amsterdam bazen, as they call it, so entrepreneurs. I'm in a larger group with a lot of teggies in the Netherlands, 750 people, and it's really fast. So basically, what you were mentioning, people are asking questions. It can be like, I'm looking for a warehouse, I'm looking for an introduction, I'm looking for what you are also telling. And the answers are coming really quick. And most people, when they start communicating, they go directly in communication with each other instead of in the whole group.
Yeah, okay.
So I have to say it's not annoying so far.
Okay.
And that counts for most people. So it's a fast and quick way, because if you, with the whole group you are basically working with now, it's way too much for you to handle probably also. So it's more than a daytime job then. So I have to say I really like it. It's not everything what's in the group is of interest to me. I just deny it. I just don't do anything with it. It's fine.
Yeah, and maybe I'm just thinking out loud for connectors, because it's so broad and we're targeting people from all over the world. And I'm always focused on passion. That's why the first question is, what is your passion? And maybe we should have WhatsApp groups based on a certain passion. And so you can join that group. So it could be that people are from all over the world, but they all have the same passion. And it could be that they work in different industries, but they all have the same passion. And that's where I think it starts. And if you have if you like music and kite surfing and football, you can be in 3 groups. But then at least people are like-minded and that way, and it's easier for them to connect. Because if you just make it too broad, it's going to be, I think, too difficult. And if it's a group of people that love kite surfing, then the people that love kite surfing are going to be very drawn to join that.
I'm in a group that's a group where everyone is in the same group, but you also have smaller group indeed by interest, so to say.
Yeah.
That works also fine. So if you like it, you sign up for the other groups and the smaller designated groups. That also works fine. Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, I think that's something. And what my other friend said, that you have the let's see what he said. So you have the normal groups, and then you have the here, he said it here, like the broadcast option, let's say, of a group. Here, I believe Instagram has a broadcast group feature where you can be the sole speaker and people can join the group to view. Yeah, but so that we want it to be interactive, because again, as you said, it's going to be impossible to moderate every message. But yeah, I'm gonna look into it. Like, again, I think, or I know that this is a great way. Like, if we would have now 500 people on Instagram and 1,000 people on YouTube, the impact that you can make is insane. And so I'm very very excited to grow this, and that's why I said I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna keep doing it, make it bigger, and the impact will just become bigger automatically. And so when you said you had 2.5 million entrepreneurs, on what kind of platform was that? Your own technology, or?
Own technology, so it was a community, but it was built with the technology from that time. Started in 2007, so you can imagine that it was let's say homegrown, so to say, built by our own tech team. And nowadays you have much more options to buy something almost off the shelf.
Yeah.
So and then again, WhatsApp is one, and Insta is mentioned, where if you want to broadcast something, you can say, okay, tonight we have a broadcast, everybody can sign in. So you can maybe also chop it in different channels. That work. But again, the WhatsApp, what I like so far is the very fast response to each other, where someone said, hey, I need an LOE contract, whatever, and someone said, oh, I will send it to you directly.
Boom.
So in that way, you are served very, very fast.
Great. And then, while you're here anyway, what is your big passion? What makes you most happy in life?
What makes you most happy in life? Wow. What makes you most happy? It's a combination. It can be work, starting something new, and work on it. That's what I always like for a certain period. When it get organized, then often you get managers. Then I'm looking for something else. So that's in work, and for the rest, I love to travel. So that's.
And what is a goal that you're currently working towards? Are you building something new?
Yeah. I'm. As you know, I for the last couple of years I was rolling out an international payment system for the freight industry. I'm doing some intern jobs also with foldable sea containers. But for the last year, I'm working with a couple of people on the last mile, first mile hubs around cities in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We will start, by the way, in the Netherlands, but I'd like to expand. So with the current situation around cities, it's getting more and more difficult to get in cities and out cities with cargo and with people. It's getting very busy, and we have some thoughts on it. So hopefully we can launch it next month, 2 months from now. That's the expectation.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I'm now also thinking of somebody I would like to connect you to around that subject of the last and first mile. That might be interesting for you.
Okay.
And what kind of connections do you think, or what kind of connections are you currently open to? Maybe somebody of the people that are listening, if they hear what you have to say to that, they might be able to connect you to someone. So do you have 1 or 2 things that you're looking for to help you achieve your goal?
So for this moment, and sort of interim jobs. So one is pay cargo. So that's I'm looking for freight forwarders to have a quick call to basically do an introductory call for pay cargo. That's the payment system. We are working with the Nippon Expresses, and with the Swiss ports of this world, shipping, the shipping industry, etc. And the other one is with the foldable sea containers. You can think about it as an Albert Heijn kratje, what you can fold. So, but then with sea containers and 40 footers, for example. And we are looking for pilots around the world. So we signed up some large ship lines, but I'm always interested to talk to people who know ship lines who are interested to save cost, especially with empty containers, because that's the story about folding the containers, because you can put 5 containers in one, so it saves you 80% of space on a ship or somewhere in the docks. So that is interesting. Yeah.
What's that called?
Excuse me.
What's that company called?
The company is called Compact Containers Systems. It's from the US. It's owned by a large private equity fund, and they have built the first boxes, and now we are testing it.
Cool. Okay. I'm just making some notes here so I can share it later. Really cool, man. Thank you so much for joining and sharing.
Thank you. Thank you.
And if you have any people looking for anything ever, just send them to the Qonnectors, and we hope we can help them in any of our next future shows. And as I said maybe before, I don't know if you heard that, but I'm going to do a tour. So in end of next week, I'm going to Zurich, then I'm going to go to Amsterdam, then London, then Monaco, then Dubai, then back to Amsterdam, and then to Singapore. And I'm going to host Qonnectors lunches and dinners to bring people together on all those locations. And so, of course, if I'm in Amsterdam, I'll invite you to one of our events. So it would be great to see you and bring anyone that loves to connect with others.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Great, man. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I will be in Dubai. There should be a button where you completely leave. I don't think I can throw you out, Roland.
Okay, now I will.
There should be a...
Okay, I can't find it, but let me look at it. When I disappeared, and it was the wrong button. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, anybody else that is listening on either YouTube or Instagram, you are welcome to request to join. Hey, there's somebody that is requesting to join. Let's see if we can push out Roland by accepting Danny. Yes.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah, this is better.
Yeah, oh, sorry, my internet's not so good over here in Germany.
No, this is okay. Where in Germany are you?
Up near Bielefeld.
Okay, and were you?
Do you know where that is?
No, I don't. But maybe some of the listeners do. And were you racing last weekend?
I was. I was racing the 24 Hours of Nürburgring last weekend, and then the weekend before we were racing LMP3 at Lausitzring.
Wow! But I saw that the 24 hours wasn't quite 24 hours in the end, right?
Yeah, it was the 7 hours of Nürburgring.
That was insane.
It was a crazy race.
Did you drive at all?
I did. I managed to drive an hour, and in those 7 hours, our team managed to get P3 in Pro-Am, so not too bad. And the weekend before we secured 2 wins in LMP3, so it was also a good weekend for us.
Wow, that's good. And maybe while you're here anyway, maybe share a little bit about. Not too long, like in 30 seconds, how did your race career start, and how did you make it from the US to Germany?
Yeah, my dad's a car guy, but never did any racing, and so I just kind of naturally fell into that ladder, and I started racing spec Miatas, and from there, kind of, racing is an expensive sport, so I did drifting, but ultimately figured out I need to be back in a race car, so shipped myself to Europe in 2022. And now I've been racing here this is the second season that I'm doing over here. So it's been a crazy journey, but I've been enjoying it.
Cool, man. Here, I'm just asking the person that connected us to join as well. Let's see if he's here. Wout. Okay, and so currently in this season, you're driving 2 championships or 3?
2 LMP3, so Prototype Cup Germany, and the Nürburgring Endurance Series or Langstrecken Series.
Yeah. So this was the main race, but it ended up not being the best one as expected. And was it your first?
Not.
Was it your first Nürburgring 24-hour?
I actually did it last year as well. Last year I started that race with 8 practice laps. So this time went in with a bit more experience, and we did pretty well.
Nice. Okay, Wout is in Tuschinski, so he's probably in a film theater watching a video or
okay.
A bioscope film. But now that we have you here, so I assume that your passion has something to do with racing, or do you have more passions?
I mean, motorsports is my main thing. I'm trying to build a career out of that, and make it as a professional racing driver. But my passion extends to design and web design, and that's kind of what I do on the side as well. So prototyping and designing apps and websites. And that's also kind of a little bit how I'm supporting myself over here in Europe. So kind of running both in parallel, but the main focus is motorsports.
Yeah, okay. So until you are truly professional and like making enough money to pay for everything, you're still making apps and websites on the side. So
correct.
So then if I ask you, what is the current goal that you're working towards, and how can the people that are listening help you or connect you to people that can help you achieve that goal? You want to ask for both of the things that you're working on, or you want to focus on the racing first?
I'll focus on the racing first. And I have 2 major goals this year. And so one is winning the LMP3 championship. And so I'm just doing everything in my power to develop as a driver, whether it's on the simulator, fitness-wise or mental-wise. So doing everything to make that happen first. And then at the same time, I'm also trying to use motorsports as a platform to, bring in budget with, work with companies and use that as a platform for them to create more B2B relationships and exchanges, whether it's with their customers or partners.
Okay, and what is your unique selling point? Why should they partner up with you and not your biggest competitor?
It's a good question. I think mostly it's creating a platform and giving access to the entire field of motorsports. Really, it's such a volatile network, and I think giving them that point of entry, but also working with someone so that not only is it just for the B2B development on their side, but also someone to do marketing campaigns with and have someone be like an ambassador for them as well. So it's more, 2 sides, working with myself and my story and what I have to offer, but also the platform that they have access to.
Cool. I see that some of your followers have followed us. I see Tim Zimmerman there as well, the race car driver. I remember that he had maybe still does, on his website, he had a course for drivers to become better at finding sponsors. Have you ever saw that, or do you know Tim well?
I raced with him once or twice, but I haven't seen that course. I'll have to.
Maybe that's from a few years ago. Tim, if you're still here, please let me know in the chat if you still do that. And because I was very curious and I was very excited about it, because that's what I've been doing since I was really young. When I was 17, I did the racing school, and after I did the racing school, I started racing, and I created a strategy to find companies to partner up with me, to support me in my racing career. And then I became so good at that I started to help other race car drivers to help them to get partners. But I didn't make it into a course, but I just started to help others and help them with presentations and videos and communication, emails. And then after a few years, I think it was an interview or a video from Tim somewhere, and he really nailed it. He had a really, really nice way of explaining the things that I always think about, and exactly the things that I always shared with people, like, hey, you should focus on this and this and this. He said the same thing. So I was very excited. I never met him, but excited to see that. So it would be great to connect, and that's why we are all here. That's the whole idea. Oh, here, I don't have the course anymore, but I do one-to-one coaching for drivers now. Okay, Tim, please reach out. Dan Stotz is my name, and I would love to have a call with you to see if I can help you to some people for one-on-one coaching, and would love to talk in general about motorsport and all the cool stuff that we all love. Because again, as most people know, my biggest passion is connecting people, and my second biggest passion is racing cars. And I use the motorsport. That's why I live here. Like, I use the Monaco Grand Prix and all the events that I attend. I do that to meet new people, to grow the network. And when I grow the network, my idea is always that I connect all the people, and that's why my company is called Qonnectors, with a Q, quality connections. So our mission is to connect you to your happiest life. And for us, the definition of your happiest life is that you're happy in your private life and successful in your business life. Whatever happiness and success mean to you, everybody should define that for themselves. But we can certainly help by just like now, asking people for what is your passion, what is the goal you're currently working towards, and what kind of connections could be interesting to achieve those goals. And of course, now we are 19 people, 16 people on Instagram and 3 people on YouTube. But if we keep doing this, and if you keep coming, and if you invite your friends and family and everybody that you know, and you share this on different pages, then it could be that in a few weeks, in a few months, we'll be here with hundreds of people. And then every time that somebody has a request, there will be at least 1 or 2 people that say, hey, I think I can help you. I can connect you to someone that can help you with what you're looking for. And it's very, very successful. We did this 67 times before on a different app, and a few years ago during COVID, during the lockdown, on Clubhouse. But now we are doing it on YouTube and Instagram. And I think next time we'll also try to go live on other channels like LinkedIn and TikTok. So yeah, last question then to you, Danny. What kind of connections? I think I understand the answer, but what kind of connections could be helpful for you to achieve your goals and dreams? And don't just say companies that want to be my sponsor, but forget the sponsors, because I think the sponsors will come in the end. But maybe are you also looking for maybe a mentor or drivers with more experience or something that could be helpful? Because again, there's all kinds of people listening, and they all have really big communities. So now there's 20 people currently listening, but they all probably have a network of around 2,000 people. So basically your reach is like 40,000 people now. So what kind of connections could be most helpful right now?
Yeah, I think you hit most of them. On the sponsorship side, it's really connecting with companies who have a need to sell to other people, and they want a platform where they can entertain. So on that side, it's connecting with CEOs or directors,
decision makers.
On the racing side, it's it would be great to have someone who has made it in racing, and kind of help guide me through that. And whether it's on the driver coaching side or the management side, I think all of those would be beneficial.
Cool. Yeah, and of course, as you know, I'm working on a passion project, which is going to launch later this year, which is basically connectors for people with a racing license. So we're creating a sub community, let's say, of only the people that are professionals, ex-professionals, and people that are very involved in motorsport. And so you have to have your racing license. So you have to done the racing school. You have to be eligible to race cars to be invited to that sub community. And with that sub community, we're also doing cool events. And so with that, that's called the banking. The banking is next to the financial term, it's also a racing term of like the curved corner. It's the embankment of the asphalt. And so in the banking, we also have the banking academy. And in the banking academy, Danny and I already talked about to bring him into the academy, because the idea of the academy is not to help people with driving or becoming a better or faster driver, but becoming better at, let's say, the business side of racing. And so either that if you are your own manager, that you can become better at managing partnerships and all that stuff. Or if you are looking for a manager in the future, that if you have more skills like that, it's going to be easier to find the right manager for you. And just like in all the world, a lot of managers take advantage of the talent that they work for, and I want to avoid that. So that's why we are launching the banking academy after launching the banking. So that's why we are a little bit connected already. So, but great, thanks for your time. Great to see you here. Please again follow us on all the channels that we have. Share it with people, and again, this video will go live a few minutes after we stop this broadcast. And yeah, come back to any of our shows in the future, and hopefully meet you, because we haven't met yet in real life. So hopefully meet you somewhere later this year.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and yeah, really stoked for everything that you're working on. So yeah, we'll see you soon, hopefully.
Cool. Thank you so much. Have a great evening, and we'll connect soon.
Well.
Bye.
Bye.
All the way from Germany. So yeah, until now we've had Netherlands, Monaco, Netherlands, and Germany. At least we're not just in the Netherlands anymore. Hey, Max Dijssen is there. Look who we're gonna... Oh, Max, you want to join? Oh, you already left? Oh. No, I can't... Max, if you want to join, please request to join. In general, if people are thinking, what the fuck is this and where am I? We are the Qonnectors. I connect people, that's the idea. So we ask you, trek even een bakkie. So the idea is that we ask you to join either in the Instagram or in the chat, and you can ask us, you can answer the 3 questions of the Qonnectors. What is your passion? What is the goal you're currently working towards? And what kind of connections would you be interested in to connect to achieve your goal? So you can share that in the chat. Okay, thanks, Max. You could also just send us a message in Instagram or in the YouTube chat. You can send me a WhatsApp message or on any other channel, whatever you can find, either myself, Daan Stotz, or the Qonnectors. And we can broadcast it now. Like if you have a request, we can share that here now, or share it next time. So, but I think after 2 hours, I think it's a good time to round it off, even though we're here with 18 people, which is not bad at all. I'm very, very thankful for your time and grateful that you found us in whatever way. But again, the concept is that you just share your requests, and you can do that also when we're not live in the chat of Qonnectors or myself. And the concept is that, let's say, my belief is that everybody in the world is always looking for something. I think also everything in the world is there, but not everything is in the right place. And that's why the Qonnectors are there to connect all the dots and to make sure that everything ends up in the right place. So again, it's very, very helpful that you are all here. It's only the first time that we're doing this on Instagram and YouTube. And next time we'll add a few more devices and go live on different channels as well, because we want to connect with as many people as possible from all over the world, from different ages, different backgrounds, different interests, different passions, to find how we can add value to your life by simply sharing what you have on your mind. I have one message in the YouTube chat already from a few minutes ago. Think you could be interesting to connect as an ex-EVA student, always open to help, like myself. So I was a student in the Netherlands of the EVA in Driebergen specific school, which is a car management school. So just like I think other schools as well. But if you went to this school, especially in the Netherlands, or like in the Netherlands, like our school is very known for our students sticking together and helping each other out. So always very, very cool to see that other ex-students are open to connect with each other. We're at 0 followers on YouTube, so I think this is a great time to end the stream on YouTube. So I'm going to do that right now. Thank you everybody for joining, and see you next time. That's done. So